Function of calcium in the body. More than 99% of the calcium in our bodies is present in our skeleton, where it confers rigidity to bones. Accordingly, loss of calcium from bones causes them to become soft and weak. Calcium is present in bone bound in a special complex with phosphate called hydroxyapatite. Bone tissue is formed by a dedicated cell type called an osteoblast. In contrast, bone is broken down by another cell type called osteoclast. Osteoclasts basically eat away the bone, thereby releasing its constituents, including the calcium. The relative activity of osteoblasts and osteoclasts determines whether the bone is being actively formed or degraded. Besides its role in bone, calcium is an important signaling molecule for cells. The concentration of calcium outside cells is much higher than inside cells. The entry of calcium into cells via special channels serves as an important trigger for cells to perform certain functions. For instance, the entry of calcium into muscle cells triggers their contraction. The entry of calcium into beta cells in the pancreas causes the release of insulin. Release of certain neurotransmitters by the nerve cells is also driven by calcium. Finally, even the movement of cells can be triggered by calcium uptake into the cell. Because calcium plays an important role in the functioning of numerous cell types, it is essential that the concentration of calcium in the blood and other fluids in the body is kept stable. Two opposing hormones are responsible for keeping the blood calcium level at a constant value between 9 and 10 milligrams per deciliter. The first hormone is parathyroid hormone, produced by the parathyroid gland. The parathyroid gland consists of clusters of cells located on top of the thyroid gland. Parathyroid hormone is released when the calcium concentration in the blood falls. It stimulates the osteoclasts to break down bone, resulting in the release of calcium. Calcium deposited in bone is thus not only important for conferring rigidity to bone, but it also serves as a reservoir for calcium in the body that can be recruited to maintain blood calcium levels. Parathyroid hormone also activates vitamin D. Activated vitamin D stimulates the absorption of calcium in the small intestine and the retention of calcium in the kidney. When the blood calcium level rises, another hormone called calcitonin is released. Calcitonin is produced in the thyroid gland and does the exact opposite of the parathyroid hormone. It stimulates the osteoblasts to make bone, thereby lowering the calcium concentration in the blood. Calcitonin also promotes the inactivation of vitamin D. The opposing actions of parathyroid hormone and calcitonin guarantee that blood calcium levels remain within a very narrow range.